Another development is NBA China saga, and it's disgusting again. It's LeBron James again. New reports, new audio. Stay tuned for that on the Guy Benson Show. Conservative Talk, Guy Benson Show.
Hey, Man Attorney spokesperson. Attention, if you've had hernia surgery and have experienced complications such as chronic pain, infection, wound reopening, mesh migration, bowel obstruction, knee revision surgery, or other complications, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Hernia repair surgery is common and requires a mesh product to be implanted inside your body. In May of 2016, the manufacturer of a popular hernia mesh product issued a mandatory global recall due to product defects. If you've had hernia surgery and have experienced complications, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call the Hernia Mesh Helpline now at 800-470-2136. Our experienced attorneys will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. You pay nothing unless we get a recovery in your favor. Time is limited to file a claim, so call the Hernia Mesh Helpline now. 800-470-2136. Operators are standing by 24/7. Call 800-470-2136. That's 800-470-2136.
Hey there, Jim. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Sure.
And I did get your text. I'm just trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, no problems. No problems. Yep, I'm about to go on the radio here. But I appreciate calling back, and I will. I'll if you have any questions later, call. I'll be home after 9 o'clock tonight.
No problem. I'll call you.
It's called the Great Devaluation. It was seen by thousands of Miami Gold Summit and explains
Yes.
the central banks of wealth control
Okay.
are stocks and bonds are set to collapse.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, let us know what you think. All right, take care. See you. Bye-bye.
People are calling it the best presentation on gold they've ever seen. Just text the word gold to 49776. I'll send it to you right now, no questions asked. Text the word gold to 49776. Text the word gold to 49776. We promise to add massive value before ever asking for your business. Text the word gold to 49776. The Fox News Rundown is a weekday morning podcast that dives deep into the major and controversial stories of the day. Hosted by the anchors of Fox News Radio. Subscribe now to hear a perspective of news you won't find anywhere else. Listen now by going to FoxNewsPodcasts.com. It's the Hammer Time Podcast. Fox News Channel's Bill Hammer takes you one-on-one with engaging personalities covering the critical issues of the day. Find Hammer Time now by going to FoxNewsPodcasts.com. America's listening to Fox News. Fox Nation is the place for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. New opinion shows from Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, and Tommy Lahren you can only get by signing up for Fox Nation. Plus, the real stories behind the headlines, documentaries on Chapman Clinic, Jimmy Hoffa, and more that you'll only find on Fox Nation. More of the opinion done right and brave, it's on Fox Nation. Documentaries and specials you can't get anywhere else, they're on Fox Nation. So go to FoxNation.com today and sign up now for Fox Nation. Opinion done right now. From the historical audio archives of Fox News Talk, American playwright Tennessee Williams, who grew up in the Deep South, died in 1983. He won the Pulitzer Prize for drama for A Streetcar Named Desire in 1948 and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof in 1955. Here, Tennessee Williams explains where he gets the inspiration for his character development.
I've always been interested in my own kind of people, people that have problems, people that have to fight for their reason, and the people that, impact. Those are my people, and I'm just right about people I know.
Stay tuned to hear more history as it unfolds before your ears.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. You entered 4727777. If this is correct, press 1. You are the only participant in the conference.
Some stuff going
You
on.
entered access code 4, 7,
Apparently, the
2,
president met with
7, 7,
leaders from
7.
both parties and sparks flew behind closed doors about Syria and Turkey. Insults being hurled
Hello.
right to the face
Yeah, hi.
of these folks. President was
How can I help you?
also a letter to the president.
Yeah, I'm calling about a property that you have on the list. It looks like the property I'm looking at, I'm trying to figure out if the 369 well property, is it on an auction or is it for sale all the way?
We'll be having an auction, and I'll actually be available to talk to you probably in about another 2 hours. If you could give me a call right back, I'm actually going live here on radio.
Okay, no, I'll call you in a couple hours,
All
okay?
right, thank you, sir. All right, yep, bye-bye.
You bet, bye-bye.
And especially now on the project. He is now a greater villain in this I was certainly going to Steve Kerr, or Steve Curry, or Grant Kennedy, try to put out that pretty harsh words for him. Listen to this new development. This is based on the
You
news
entered access code 4, 7,
Fox
2,
News
7,
reporting on
7,
what ESPN found. Listen to this. It's not even just the terrible equivalencies that we played yesterday from LeBron James attacking Daryl Morey as the bad guy and being selfish, not thinking about others, and doing harm to people by just standing up for homeland and democracy and freedom. It's worse. It was worse behind closed doors. Just from the Fox News report based on ESPN reporting. Another firestorm ignited by Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey's tweets according to Player Option protesters in Hong Kong. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James reportedly praised NBA Semester Solution during a meeting his family last week about whether or not the league planned to discipline Morey. The back and forth came during a closed door meeting Saturday with Brooklyn Nets and Lakers players who were in Shanghai for an exhibition game. At the same time, China was publicly retaliating against the league for the tweet.
You
In the
entered
midst of
access
China's
code
escalating
4,
proposals,
7,
James,
2,
the NBA's
7,
biggest and most
7,
marketable star
7.
worldwide and an entrepreneur, asked what the repercussions would be for Morey's tweet given the economic consequences, parentheses, for him, for the NBA. James reportedly said if the situation had involved a player tweeting something that produced a similar league-wide economic fallout, the NBA would undoubtedly dispense some form of discipline. So James wanted to know if the general manager would be held to the same standard. Silva reportedly pushed back, saying he never disciplined any of the myriad players or coaches who've routinely criticized President Trump or his administration's policies. Silver said Morey deserves similar latitude, and reportedly told James the same freedoms enjoyed by anti-Trump players applied to Morey, challenging China's government. So I will say that Adam Silver has gone up a little bit in my estimation, but I still think the league
You entered access code 4, 7, 2,
and refusing
7,
to really
7,
talk about the
7.
substance at all, even though there's a right and wrong here, because there's so much money to be had in China, to be made in China. But the fact that you have pressure coming from the biggest superstar in the NBA, LeBron James, Mr. Civil Rights, Mr. Woke, Mr. Social Justice, who called President Trump a bum, who's out there preaching, we're not going to go to the White House if we win the championship, all of that stuff. He's willing to take a stand when it costs him nothing and he gets applause from a certain audience here at home. But because an executive at another team said something very basic in support of that guy by the NBA. This is worse than LeBron not understanding the situation. This is worse than LeBron making ignorant attacks against Morey. This was LeBron using every bit of his influence to try to exact revenge and consequences on Daryl Morey. Punishment for him for supporting democracy. Why? But LeBron James, based on these reports, was using his leverage, his power, his platform that he talks about is so precious to him, standing up for what's right, voting Martin Luther King, and all of that absolute fraudulent nonsense we know now. He was acting effectively as a Beijing communist enforcer.
Hello.
You're going to put my money at risk and the money of NBA.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
I'm good, man. Over here working on paper as always.
Oh, wow, buddy. Well, we'll try to breeze through tonight and get some picks in and wrap it up fast. Wrap it up quick here. All right, I'm waiting for those other guys to join us. Well, we and I'll just hop on here and we'll take it
Sounds good.
and kick it from here. So, all right, let me bring this on here. Put my phone on vibrate. All right. Let's see.
All these harmed victims in the NBA, forgetting the actual harm to the real victim.
Hey, friends, welcome to Lions Live on the Forever Lions Network. The network for the players, for the fans, on a busy Wednesday night here in State College, PA. My name's Skip Ravelbis. We got the Dr. Grizz, Jimmy Kennedy on with us. We got Jacob Israel should be joining us, and big dude Stephen Davis talking to Penn State football here on a Wednesday night. Penn State coming off a nice big old win off of Purdue. Jimmy, what are you thinking of that? I'm sorry. My bad. I'm thinking a week before. I guess I'm trying to forget my bad pick. It was. Really? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? Oh, man. You're kidding me. Man, that ain't right. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but come on. Well, Jimmy, I appreciate you sharing that. Back in our day, we never played them, and it surprised me. What I'd like to see, I think it's something like this has to come to an end. When I hear what you guys tell me about this type of nonsense, I think the NCAA should say each team at each of the respective stadiums must have the same square footage for for home and visitors, and the same paint and everything, the same number of everything like that. Because if they do that, that'll put an end to a lot of that nonsense. I mean, you got 100 guys plus, and you have two places you can take a leak. Come on, I mean that just ain't right. I mean that's just not right. Yeah. Right. Well, that's the type of nonsense. I mean, I think what they'll put an end to that type of stuff. If they make it, the locker rooms have to be the same size, same number of everything for home and visiting teams across the board, across the country. That puts an end to that type of nonsense. Because they're there to play a game. You don't need that type of harass. It's basically it's a form of harassment, is what it is.
Because it's only Iowa.
Yeah, I get that. Wow. Hey, Jacob, thanks for joining us. You and hearing what you're talking about. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. You got to get to meetings. I mean, daggum, you only have like 20 minutes for halftime. Yeah. No. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's madness. Madness. Yeah. Mm. Wow. Mm. Mm. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. But still, man, what's right? That's nonsense. Hey, well, talking about this game, um, there's some things that kind of got flipped on its head here, both ways by both teams. I noticed. Um, here we are. This is the first game Penn State's actually had more yards rushing than they did passing. And on the flip side of that, here's Iowa having more yards passing than they ever had rushing. So, interesting characteristics of this game. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. Yeah, 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 man. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see us running the ball like we were because, we had 177 yards rushing and 117 passing. I'm actually kind of glad to see that for a change. I'm glad we're trying to get that ball on the ground. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and then look at Iowa. Iowa had 266 yards passing to only 70 yards rushing, which is not that's like the flip. It's both these teams like flip flopped, both of them, because that's not that when we weren't playing characteristic the way we've been playing. Iowa certainly didn't either. This are my observations. Yeah. Right. Yes. Yes. That's true. Yeah. That was kind of madness. I thought. I didn't understand those guys. It just seemed like to contradict everything that was. It was just a strange, setting because we've seen plays like that before, even in our at home, where it doesn't go like that. So, yeah, they definitely had they had a homer there for sure. But hey, it didn't make. At the end of the day, it didn't make. Yeah, yeah, Yep. Right. Well, it's just a bad rule in college football, and they're showing their true. Well, the NCAA, man, just they're nuts. They're just out there. We got to. That's another topic. We got to dismantle them. We've been saying that for years, man. But those guys are just—they're out there, man. It's out there. Overall, though, it's a nice win. I was glad to see us running that ball and controlling the ball on the ground. I think Jacob and I were talking a little bit earlier today. Some things I noticed that I thought that if we could change a little bit, which they won't, instead of having that quarterback take that extra second to field the snap, having him under center, we could actually be watching the defense the entire time. Because there's a difference between having to look for something and trying to see something going on in the peripheral for the defense than to have your hands under center, know it's by feel when you get the ball, and watching them the entire time to get a good read. And those little things make a big difference. When you're dealing with the guys that can be in the backfield 2 yards within a second. So that makes a difference, and I think that could make a difference in the future if we would actually get back to that type of football. This personal observation, just a thought. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, well said, Jimmy. Well said. Well said. Well, this week ahead, here we are, the thick of the season, guys. This is really, these next 3 weeks are really going to tell a lot of the tale for what's happening to Penn State for this season. Michigan, we were talking earlier today, if you remember, there seems to be like this curse that Penn State has with all the Michigan teams, not just on both of the Michigan teams. And Ohio State. They just seem to have this way about getting to us each week. So it's going to be a tough game. Whether we play them at Michigan or they come here, these guys just have a way of staying in the game with us, and I think this is going to be one of the toughest games we're going to have here. Over the next 3 games that we're going to have, they're going to be probably the 3 of the toughest games we'll ever play. Really? I don't know. Really? They think they actually mention us in the fight song? Really? Wow. No, you're kidding me, really? Wow. Wow, man. That's pretty wild. I didn't know that. You know what? That's almost worth Googling that one to find that out. Wow. That's pretty wild. Well, oh man, hey, I didn't know they were doing a lot of that nonsense down there in Maryland either to us. You talk about what different teams you go to away games with, fans and people harassing you, but it's interesting how, like you mentioned, Jimmy, that made a difference with motivating a team to want to play well down at Maryland. So very interesting how we're looking at it. We go in here. Harbaugh has had his ups and downs here at Michigan. I think he's been struggling for a bit. This game coming into this one, they're averaging over 30 points a game, but they're giving up over 17 points a game, so almost 18 points a game. So, going to be interesting matchup for sure. Defensively, though, they give up fewer yards passing than what we do. However, in the run game, I think they're a little bit weak compared to we have. But on the flip side of that, though, I think our defense on the run is excellent, which is what it has to be if you're going to get the offense to football. Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be a good night here in State College. Weather's supposed to be fairly decent, and college game day here, big time State College, man. It's going to be a lot of excitement here for this one. Yeah. That's too early in the morning, Those people get up early to go to that thing. No. I really can't remember the last time we played a Michigan team, either of them poorly. That they played so poor that they couldn't stay in the game with us. They just seem to have that way about them. I don't know what it is with those guys. They just seem to they're balling, and they're always up for us. Yeah, it's going to be one of the better games. Hey, let's take a look back here last week here, and hopefully we can get Stefan on here. We'll get some picks in with us as well. I'll message him and see if he can drop in here with us. Last week, each of us missed a game in our picks. And, Jimmy, have any thoughts again about that Nebraska? Yeah. Minnesota, yeah, they beat them good. Yeah, they did. Yep. I saw that was earlier. Where was that? Let me pull it back up. No, it wasn't 34-7. 34-7. I'm telling you, man, this is the thick of it. Here's where it comes. Yeah, this rest of this season's going to be difficult. Except, will we play Indiana at home? I think we've got Indiana coming up, if I remember correctly, right? I think that's where they have. Yeah, we got Indiana. So they'll play us tough, but I think we're going to win. I mean, I don't want to start picking our picks at a time, but I'm trying to think of the teams that are going to give us the hardest time. We have the two Michigans and Ohio State. I think are be the ones that are going to give us the most difficult time. But again, Minnesota is going to be playing pretty tough. Yeah. Yeah. So. Not a cakewalk for sure. Winding the season out, definitely. And Yakov, you Purdue and Maryland. What was your thing? What were you thinking last week, buddy? I see Maryland just struggling this year. I don't think it's going to go well at all for them. We have our picks for them next week, and I just don't see it. I don't see it coming together. I could actually say this: watching that game, watching the quarterback, I could see that team disintegrating. Literally, I could see that team and that season just falling apart. When we crushed them, we broke their back, and I think I'm saying we broke their back, man, and I think they are still suffering from our loss, that humiliation we put them through. I mean, I think that's was having an effect upon their whole season. I really do. Going forward, they have not played good ball. I don't think they're going to finish at all playing any decent ball this year. I mean, I think we put it to them good and proper. I mean, they play Indiana this week, and we'll get to those picks. But I picked Indiana to beat them. I don't see them pulling out wins this year. Maryland's really. Yeah. I just don't see it happening, man. I mean, when we broke our foot off in them, man, that was the end of it. I think for the season for those guys. I think we just. Do you talk about how devastating that loss was? They gave kids off that day. They blacked that place out. They were in there F-bombing us before the game in our faces and everything. And we just rubbed their, in it, man. It was over. It was game over. It was lights out. And that type of humiliation nationwide for the whole country to see, it's just, I think it's still having an effect. This is just my personal opinion. I think it's really still having an effect on that team. Look how they're playing. I mean, they're not getting any wins. Man, I really don't think they're ready for Big Ten football. I really don't think that program is ready for Big Ten football. That's another topic. They just got Yeah, I was gonna say he's Nick the new guy. He's barely got his feet wet, and I want to say wet, man. He's actually he's trying to tip through the burning coals right now, man. His feet aren't getting wet. He's just trying to avoid the burning coals, man, because he's in a hot spot, man. It's going to be tough for him. And I know they put a lot of money into the program. A lot of things they're trying to turn it around. I just don't see that happening right away. I mean, they're getting more money from the Big Ten and all that stuff since they joined, but I just don't see it coming together for them. Big Dude, his one miss last week was Nebraska. It was like Jimmy's, and maybe he'll jump on here with us a little bit later. We're gonna ask him about it. Mine was, of course, my one pick that I missed was Penn State. I actually thankful to be wrong, but I thought we would get our first loss there, and we didn't. So that was my miss. So we were all 5-1, and so far the champ still remains Yakov with 56-9, doing pretty good. Jimmy and Big Dude are tied at 52-13, and I'm just one behind at 51-14. So kind of tight race, but Yakov, man, even though you missed that one this week, man, you still got the lead. Yeah, picking them good, buddy. Yeah, doing good. So all that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into a couple picks here? I was hoping the Big Dude would get with us. I sent a message. Hopefully we'll get our picks in. This week I don't see being too hard to pick, except for the last game here. Excuse me. So starting this week out here, I think everybody across the board is going to go this one. It's Ohio State Northwestern on Friday night. Friday night lights with those guys, and I think it'll be lights out for Northwestern with Ohio State. Now, this one will be a little bit interesting here, but I don't think it's going to be too hard to pick. It's Purdue at Iowa. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the Hawkeyes in that one. You're trying to figure a way to jump ahead of Yakov. It's going to be tough this season. It's going to be tough to pick some of these out here. Get to gamble a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put that Big Dude down for that. I think he's going to join us, but I'll put him in for Iowa too. And of course, the next one again, I just can't see this happening. We have, as far as an upset, Wisconsin at Illinois. I put us all down for that. Yakov, do you want to try to take one for the home team, or? Yeah. They're playing some ball. I know. Yeah, that's always a good team. Well, we may play them here at the end of the year if things go well. Yeah, I could. Well, while you're looking at that, I'm wondering also about Wisconsin playing Ohio State. Do they play Ohio State? Yeah, I'm going to check out their schedule here. Because I was just kind of curious how those teams are going to be matched up, because I could see that's going to be a game to watch if they play one another. Let's see. 2019 football schedule with Wisconsin. They played South Florida, Central Michigan, Michigan Northwestern, Kent State, Michigan State. They won 38-0. Yeah, they're gonna be a tough team. 38-0 over Michigan State. Illinois. They do play Ohio State on the 26th. So they did. Yes, they do. That'll be a game to watch. They're playing Illinois, then they play Ohio State. So this will be an easy week for Wisconsin, and then they head off into they're at Ohio State, and that will be a game to watch for sure. Then they play Iowa and Nebraska, Purdue, and they finish up with Minnesota. Actually, yeah, yeah. I see them being. I see Ohio State probably being the toughest team they're playing this year. The rest of the season, Minnesota being the toughest team. I think they're easily going to be able to win over Nebraska and Purdue, and even Iowa. I think they're going to beat them. And Illinois this week. I don't, Illinois. Lovey ought to just pack it in right now and say, look, we're going to go ahead and concede and forfeit this one. He needs to get his guys healthy for the next game. How about it? Oh, yeah. Oh. Wow. Well, hard times, He's going to be on the hot seat here, sure, for sure. Uh, anyway, hey, we got Indiana, Maryland, and like we talked earlier, I just don't see Maryland having juice for it, so I picked Indiana. Yeah, and I said this week's not too hard. And again, another I think a rather easy pick for us all is Minnesota Rutgers. Yeah, I don't see this. These if something's gone wrong here, I can't see Rutgers. That'd be an upset of the year for them if they could pull that one out. And of course, this leaves us with one of the hardest ones here for us is Michigan Penn State and a score. Wow. Mm. What are you thinking, Yakov? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not going to pick for Stefan, but I'm pretty sure he's probably picking Penn State. For the sake of being the bad guy and trying to maybe pick up a game on you guys and the scores only, I'm picking Michigan 24-17. Penn State gets upset at home. I think it's going to be a close game. And again, this is only for the sake of trying to get some games on you guys to get up in the standings, because I really do think Penn State. No, I think. Listen, I'll tell you what. Penn State gets through these next three games unscathed, and Minnesota, but I think they could beat them right now. I think they could beat anybody in the country except maybe in Alabama. I think they have that potential to do that. I think they could run the table this year. Ohio State's going to be a really tough one. I think they're probably going to. I'm not trying to predict too far in the future here, but I could see them. It's going to be a tough game this week, and I think Michigan's going to play them harder, and I think get more of a game than Michigan State. Michigan State's kind of been a little bit of a letdown this year. For me, I thought they would be doing better than what they were. Ohio State's just playing good ball. And Minnesota too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a pretty tough schedule. Definitely a tough schedule. Absolutely, and I have to say this here, get this in quick because I missed it when it prompted me. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to Lions Live on WBLF, AM 970 and 106.3. So glad you could join us here. That's my little station ID break that we had to jump in here for the hour. And we're talking Lions Live here with the Grizz Jimmy Kennedy. My name's Skip Travel. This big dude has missed us tonight, but we'll bring him in here next week. And last couple things, guys, I wanted to mention here. The upset of the year so far, I think, came last week here between the hedges with Georgia losing to South Carolina unranked. Well, that was a game. Did you see that one, Jimmy? Yeah, that was a game. That was a game. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Busy times. Oh, wow. You're turning you into a writer. Oh. Yeah, you have to use the the MLA stuff, MLA method of references. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's just trouble in and of itself. It's almost like you have to have with the law degree. I speak with my attorney the other day, and I know the federal case. We have a case in Third Circuit here we're dealing with, and third. They're now having to have all these citations and things that they want with. They want all the not hashtag. It's the hyperlinks. They want all these hyperlinks to the different citations. So when the panel of judges reads an appeal, they can click on it and automatically takes them to that. And I think they're trying to introduce those standards, and old school attorneys, they don't know HTML. They don't know how to hyperlink things like that. And so far it's been voluntary, but he was telling me he has to get a motion in saying that he doesn't want to participate with it for our case. So interesting things like that it makes it harder for a person just to dot the I's and cross the T's. And that's not even dealing with the content that you have to put together. So I feel for you, Jimmy. I feel for you. Like you say, it's a whole new method of learning a way to try to write. And I think they're probably having you do that because if you're going to be teaching, they're probably going to have you, you're going to be doing the same thing, expecting your kids to put that together when they write things for your class. So, oh, man. One of those days here. Oh, sorry, Charlie horse, guys. Sorry you get the live action here. I'm here in the studio. My legs are cramping up, guys. But That being said, I'm gonna have to we're gonna wind it up here. Yeah, sorry you get the live play-by-play as I'm sitting here and I'm feeling the pain. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys, and I can't thank you enough for joining us here, and everybody else out there who's been listening. If you haven't been catching it, we do stream it live on lionslive.com. Our picks are there; you can see them in real time as we enter our picks each week, and we give you better than Vegas odds, I think, with our picks. And Yakov this year is running away with it so far, but wait till we get to the bowls. That's all I could say. The bowls are going to shake it down, shake it up. That's what. Well, it's going to be a great weekend. I really look forward to this game coming up here at Penn State. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Hope everybody who's traveling stays safe, and wish everybody the best of Providence. Lord bless you, keep you while you're coming in here and enjoying a weekend at Penn State. Jacob, I look forward to seeing you out there at the Letterman lot. We'll be out there. You mentioned about having a tailgate, so I'll definitely get there a little bit early before this game and catch you guys out there and see Blair and the guys. It'll be a lot of fun. So head on in there. And Jimmy, you could look for us on the sidelines. We'll be hanging out there. Ooh. Who's doing that? That is awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Very nice. I know. I know Blair probably has his hand in it. Well, I'll catch him Friday night when he's coming in. We'll get together. But I know when you said surf, I know that he had his hand in that because he doesn't. He only does the fish stuff. He's a pescatarian type guy. So so he'll do the surf, but he won't do the turf. Great times, man. It's gonna be a good weekend. I look forward to this. Weather, I think, is going to be great. Starting to get that little chill. Just about the right temperature to be playing some good ball. So look forward to it. And wish you could be here with us, Jimmy. I know you got a lot going on that PhD thing. So you get that doctor, and then we'll be getting you back up here sometime soon, we hope. So, yep. All that being said, I'll let you turn back to your work, and I'll get back to mine. And Yakov, you can enjoy your family. And everybody else, we thank you for joining us on Lions Live. Sorry we missed the big dude here tonight. We'll catch him again. But on behalf of the Grizz, Jimmy Kennedy, we got the big dude, Stephen Davis, Jacob Griswold. My name's Skip Drabos. Thank you so much for joining us on Lions Live. We'll be back here again next week. All right, have a good night. Lord bless. Great show, guys. Thanks again. And we'll return you all to our regularly scheduled programming. Right. See y'all.